Welcome back to We're Having Fun. Hi, I am Mark.
I'm Krista.
That's Krista.
That was
hi.
Weird intro.
Yeah, I couldn't really remember what we were doing, and then I remembered spontaneously, and away we go.
Okay.
Hi, we are doing things today. And yeah, as I'm surrounded by boxes and bags of stuff, getting ready for a big move, and we stopped to watch a movie and record this podcast.
Yeah, Mark's got big things going on.
Big things. Big things poppin', little things stoppin', as they say.
Do they say that? And
They do. In the cool circles.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Oh, you don't live like I do.
All right.
Anyway, we watched the newest episode of Marvel's What If.
Mm-hmm. We did.
It was What If Everyone Died?
Well, what if all the Avengers died?
Yeah.
Before they could become the Avengers.
Yeah. And yeah, they killed him off. They killed him off good.
Yeah.
Killed off Iron Man and Hulk and Hawkeye and
Thor.
Black Widow, Thor. Yeah. They didn't hold back.
Did they ever actually see Black Widow die?
I guess we didn't necessarily see
that,
it.
But I mean, it's just assumed, I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think they're going to be like bringing her back or something for another episode.
No.
Not, at least not in that universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gone.
It was weird.
It was like a murder mystery thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of different.
Did you figure out who it was before Nick Fury did?
Once Black Widow started yelling, of course I knew, but like I thought it was Loki. I thought maybe Black Widow and Hawkeye were in cahoots or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, not until like all that screaming about hope was like, oh, it's probably Ant-Man then.
Yeah, I noticed around that same time, because I noticed when she was looking at who had logged into the whatever, mm-hmm. that Hope was on there.
Yeah.
And then she said something about she, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So it has something to do with Ant-Man. And then, of course, when she started fighting and it was an invisible person, I'm like, oh, that's Ant-Man. You just can't see him because he's so small.
Yeah. I thought it was either Ant-Man or Ghost from the second Ant-Man movie. But yeah, it was Ant-Man.
And by Ant-Man,
well, it was Yellow
Hank
Jacket.
Pym, not Scott Lang.
Hank Pym Yellow Jacket version.
Yes.
We got to know Coulson's password.
Oh my god. What was it?
Steve, something.
It was like I think it was like Steve, I love Steve. And then some numbers or something. I was like, okay, Coulson, that's a bit much.
That was fun. And we got to see old Betty Ross. You were asking where she was not too long ago.
Yeah,
Here
it was not
is.
Liv Tyler talking though, but
wasn't. But you know,
that's all right.
You take what you can get.
I'm sure there were probably people watching it going, who is this? Because they haven't watched the movie. Because
yeah, there's probably a lot of you know
figure it out.
Yeah, this was a murder mystery where if you don't know anything about the movies or anything, then you're not gonna figure out who the killer was, really.
No.
So yeah, it was interesting, and then Loki taking over at the end. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I this was one where I like kind of wish there was gonna be like a sequel to it because. You know, Loki's taken over now, and he's going to he found Captain America. And Captain Marvel showed up.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
And get some new blood in there. I guess it's kind of where we're at in the movies.
Yeah, I guess so.
We've lost a lot of Avengers. Now we got to bring in some new ones. So I wouldn't be against it, though. Wouldn't be against it.
It would be sad not to have Thor, though.
Yeah, I like Thor.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hawkeye, I don't really care. I'm sorry. And I know that there's going to be a Hawkeye TV show, and I'm like, okay, that's nice, but he's never been a character that I have cared about at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done a whole lot in the movies.
No.
Can't say I blame you.
And they're like, oh, he has a family, and I'm like, okay.
He has a family. Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is. Bye, Hawkeye. Hawkeye dies in the comics, like, all the time. It's like his thing.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, we're used to Hawkeye dying.
Well, I mean, he's going to be training a new Hawkeye anyway, so.
Yeah, that's true. Little Kate. The thing where, at the end, when Yellow Jacket shows up and Nick Fury just starts beating him up pretty good. Like I was like, Black Widow's like one of the best like hand-to-hand combat people, and she got just destroyed, but Nick Fury's just punching this guy down and flipping over his head and stuff. What was this about?
As soon as he flipped over his head, I was like, oh, that's Loki. That's not Nick Fury.
Yeah, I was like, this can't possibly be.
As soon as he did that flip, I was like, something ain't right here.
It was like Attack of the Clones when Yoda just started jumping and doing somersaults all around. I was like, what is this?
Oh, God, I hate that scene so much.
I did too. I hated it.
And people are like, wow, look at Yoda. He's so good. I'm like, this is the worst thing I think I've ever experienced in my life.
Like, you finally get to see Yoda, he's the most powerful Jedi, and so of course he can do that. I'm like, no, that looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was not a fan of that. Sorry, everybody, but yeah. So this was very weird, but then, yeah, I was glad it was Loki's doing that. Mm-hmm. At least that's what I'm going to say it is, and that one wasn't Nick Fury. So, yeah, we're good. What'd you think of that episode, though? Yeah, yes and no?
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it kind of moved a little too fast for, like, I didn't think it built enough tension, really,
Yeah, maybe.
It was just like, bam, 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 and then, oh, yeah, here's the killer. Okay, we're done. But I didn't mind it. I liked it was a little different, but I think I would like the sequel a little better.
Yeah, I don't know if I really like this show.
Yeah.
It's fine, but I'm just kind of like...
Yeah, it's just,
we didn't even watch it the day that it came out.
Yeah, it's true.
Which, of course, you didn't feel good, but I still was like, oh, that's completely fine with me. I'm not really that interested anyway. So, yeah. It's not really keeping my interest that well.
Yeah.
And it could be because of so many, it's different, every week. It's different characters and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Oh, and also, are they going to bring all of these things together?
I think so.
Because if they are, then was that not Steve Rogers in the ice?
Yeah.
But Steve Rogers was not Captain America in these.
Well, this is a different universe. I'm saying, like, they're going to bring all of universes together. Like, this isn't the same universe. Okay.
So you're going to have Captain America and Captain Carter?
Hey, sounds good to me.
I don't know.
you have Captain Overload. You don't want two captains.
Let's see. Let's get Captain America, Captain Marvel, Captain Carter. It's like
it is a lot of captains.
That's a lot of captains, and I don't know if I'm here for it.
Yeah. So I don't even know that it's actually going to happen, but
okay,
we'll see. Yeah, and well then we may not continue covering this. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't blame you.
The second one was fine. I liked it.
Yeah. See, I don't know what the fourth one's going to be.
Yeah, I don't either.
So we'll see how it turns out. If it's zombies, I'm just kind of done. I hate the zombies storyline.
The zombies one will probably be like the last one.
Yeah, could be. Maybe that's what they got to fight.
Maybe that's
and then they all
turn
into zombies.
I don't know. But then there's the one with Iron Man and Killmonger. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's the one next week.
Could be.
I don't know.
We'll have to see.
I still don't know how many there are going to be. I'm just assuming 6 because...
No, there's 9 of them.
9? Oh, my God. How many other ones
there's one where, like... from, like, the poster, it looks like there's one where, like, Ultron is, like, really powerful, has the Infinity Stones and such. Okay. And there's one where, like, Gamora has Thor's blade thing, helicopter blade, whatever that was.
Thor? You mean...
I mean... Thanos. Sorry. There's a Thuz and Naz, and then there's zombies, and Spider-Man is Sorcerer Supreme, maybe. And a few other things.
Well, so speaking of Spider-Man, though, there was a trailer for the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited about that one.
Got me very excited. Yes.
So that's December.
What got you excited about it? Nothing really.
No, the whole like last 30 seconds or so of it.
Yeah. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. skip ahead. But yeah, maybe like a Sinister Six scenario.
Sounds that way, because...
Got a lot of villains.
Yeah, because you hear Green Goblin's laugh.
Mm-hmm. And his little ball.
Yep, his little, what is it? Pumpkin bomb or whatever.
Yeah.
You've got, it looked like Electro and Sandman.
Yeah, definitely.
Possibly, what's his name, Lizard?
Yeah, got a little weird guy out the window thing, whatever that was.
Doc Ock, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Looking good.
Yeah, so that's like 5 right there.
Mm-hmm. Then you bring back like, what's his name? Mysterio or something.
Or you could have, like, Vulture show up again.
Yeah, he could.
There's also, like, they kind of hinted in the first Tom Holland one, somebody else, and I can't remember who it was.
Scorpion?
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah.
So maybe that?
Could be.
So.
And then...
Or maybe Spider-Man is the 6th one.
And Doctor Strange acting all, like...
Strange?
Crazy doing his stuff. Like, what are you doing, Doctor Strange? Like, yeah, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
She's going to cast all kinds of spells.
Being real weird, but...
Very
And of
weird.
course that means people are going, oh my god, he's Mephisto.
It's Mephisto, yep.
If I have to hear Mephisto one more freaking time, I'm gonna throw my TV. Oh my gosh.
I mean, maybe it actually will be Mephisto this time so we can just move on from it.
Maybe.
Just be like, all right, here's Mephisto. Are you happy?
Here he is. Are you happy? We're gonna kill him off and never see him again. And then I'd be fine, you know. I'd be good. Oh my gosh. But
yeah.
So hopefully the other Spider-Men will show up also.
Mm-hmm. I hope so. I'm looking forward to it.
There have been rumors about it for a while, so...
Yeah, I mean, they basically been confirmed.
It's just that they haven't shown it, you know?
Right.
But...
I bet, like, the final trailer will have them or something.
Probably. And it took a while for this... It took a while for this trailer to even show up.
Yeah. And the movie comes out in, like, December, right?
Yep, December 17th.
Dang. So, for now, we got Shang-Chi next week. Or this week, I guess, technically.
But I'm assuming we're not going to be covering that right away?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking...
Not opening night.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we would wait till you're actually here.
Yeah,
and moved
I'd
in,
say that's a good idea.
We can go see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that weekend maybe not have an episode that week. So stay tuned for that missed episode week because I'm going to be very busy.
Unless we record something early.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see how it goes. Mm-hmm. Play it by ear.
And then what is the next one? Is it
Eternals?
Is Eternals the next? When is that?
Yeah.
November?
November?
Okay.
I don't know. Somewhere in there.
All right.
It's a real bang, bang, bang. Marvel. Mm-hmm. And Venom's in there, maybe. Actually, it got delayed. I don't know. Oh. Maybe Venom won't be in there anyway. Oh, well.
No offense, but I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care either. I'll probably see it, but I don't know if I'll see it in the theater.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be one that we see as soon as it comes out.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm not rushing to the theater for that guy.
No.
Yeah. But I guess let's go ahead and move on.
All right.
To this week, we watched Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
And this came about, I suggested it because a week or two ago, the White Sox and the Yankees played in a Field of Dreams game, which they actually played at the place where this was filmed.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
They built another field right next to it because they still have everything. You can go visit it and everything in Iowa. And they built an actual MLB size field and they played, and it was a really amazing game. They did a little intro at the beginning where Kevin Costner walks out and walks out of the corn. He's looking around and the music's playing and stuff. And then the players slowly start walking out of the corn too. And it's oh my gosh, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty great. And then the end of the game, it's the ninth inning. The White Sox are winning by 4 or 5. and the Yankees like hit 2 big home runs and they take the lead and they're winning by 1, and then the White Sox have to do something in the last one and they hit a 2-run home run and win the game, and it was crazy. It was back and forth. It was really good. And, I think James Earl Jones would have approved. That was the main thing I took away from it.
Okay.
But it was such a fun game, and it made me want to watch the movie again. So Here we are. We watched it.
So you're a big White Sox fan.
Big time. The only team I'm actually loyal to is the White Sox. I don't really care about any other team, any sport.
All right.
I'm open, but yeah, the White Sox are my boys. Thick and thin, and it's been a lot of thin. So, yeah. I even have like a weird like fascination with the Black Sox team, which was, the 1919 team that cheated. I don't know why. I'm really interested in them for some reason. And so this movie should play into that, like, really well. It should be like my favorite movie.
It should.
But it's not. I don't know why. I think I prefer 8 Men Out more than this movie, but it's still, I enjoyed this movie.
So have you watched this a lot, or? No,
I don't think I've seen it since, like, I was in grade school or high school. Like, it's been a while.
Yeah, gosh. I know that I watched it when it first came out.
Oh,
I don't know if I went to the theater to see it, but we probably rented it or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I know I saw it when I was little, but I mean, I think it came out in like 1989 or something like that.
Yeah, it did.
So I would have been real small. So, I didn't remember much about it.
Yeah, I remember most of the beats about it, but I guess I pretty much remember most of it, I guess. Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure that not too long ago, like within the past year or two, I saw the very end of it.
Huh.
I must have just saw it was on TV or something and was like, whatever, I want to watch whatever's coming on after this, so I'll just watch the end of this movie.
Yeah.
But
I can see that. When I visited you, we watched Dances with Wolves, right?
We did. We didn't watch all of it, but we watched most of it.
Yeah. And that opening for Field of Dreams, whenever he does narration, he sounds exactly the same in both movies. His delivery's the same.
Yeah, his delivery's the same in everything. Even Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, where he's supposed to be British. It's like everyone else in that movie is really going with a British accent, except for him and probably Morgan Freeman. It's okay, he's supposed to be Robin Hood. Oh yeah, and oh my god, we should really watch that because it's got him and Morgan Freeman, and what's his freaking name? Christian
Rickman?
Slater.
No,
Christian Slater over here is oh no, and then Alan Rickman is just hamming it up.
Yeah, maybe we should. I haven't seen that one since I was a kid. For sure.
I haven't either. But I mean, I listen to that song a lot.
Well, as you should,
because we're both big Bryan Adams.
He's one of the best.
Fans, I guess.
Yes. Loyalists.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember living through Kevin Costner being real big.
Yeah.
And I never really thought anything of it at the time. But man, watching his movies now, he's so robotic and monotone, and how did he get so big? I don't understand.
I don't know. And it's not like he's really good looking or anything.
Yeah.
He walked in at the beginning of the movie. He walks into, he's been out farming in his cornfields, and he walks in and I'm he's wearing a white t-shirt, and he's got a little stomach pooch, and I'm
he's got a little farmer belly.
He just looks like a normal guy.
He did. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's on point for what he's trying to do, I guess.
I don't know. I don't get it. Was he supposed to be the hot guy? I don't get it.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think James Earl Jones was supposed to be the hot guy. I think we all saw that.
Now that I can see. I love James Earl Jones. So.
Me too.
He's so great.
Too. I thought this movie portrayed like small farm town living pretty well. Like when he goes to like the feed store and all the farmers are there hanging, talking, and just having a good time together. And then once he starts doing stuff, everybody comes out to watch because that's the big news of the day. So everybody has to go see it, see what's going on.
They're like, did you hear about Ray Kinsella? He's out there building a baseball field in his cornfield.
Yeah, let's get our chairs and go out there and watch. Made a day of it.
Yeah, I love when he, like you were talking about, when he goes into the feed store and everything, and he's like the only person his age there.
Yeah,
everybody else is all like old men people. And women. It's like, that seems right. Because it seems like you don't hear about like young people farming.
Yeah.
It's like an old person thing, which sounds really weird and terrible for me to say, but that's what it seems like, It's an old person thing. It's like when you get old, you decide, I'm going to have a farm.
In movies, it is. In real life, it's not. There's a lot of young farmers out there. There's also a lot of, older farmers that have been doing it forever. But yeah, for sure. The movies, definitely, it's old man's game. And then a random young guy wants to try it out. He has to get that mentor. I didn't remember his backstory being what it was. He was pretty much just a hippie going to California and Berkeley and protesting, smoking pot, doing all that. I didn't remember that part. It's weird. It's a weird backstory for him, I guess, for me. But I guess it was just him rebelling against his father.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I was surprised at how early in the movie you start hearing the voice.
Yeah.
Because, I feel like it was like 5 minutes into it. He, like, talks about his backstory, and then all of a sudden he's walking out in his field and he's, like, hearing strange voices, which sounds like the beginning of a horror movie. Cause
yeah, it starts out kind of scary.
Because he's the only one who hears it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you put some, like, different music behind it, it would have been a horror movie.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But, then they referenced Harvey, and, that was a happy movie that could have been a horror movie.
That is very true. I love the movie Harvey also. Yeah. So.
It is
I actually got mad at him because he turned it off.
He did.
He didn't want his daughter to watch it because he's like, the guy's crazy. And I'm like, you're hearing voices in your field, but okay, sure. There was a lot of stuff, like a lot of hints to him being crazy, even though he wasn't. Because it's like, okay, his daughter's watching Harvey, and he's like, this person is talking to somebody who's not there. Yeah. Also, when he was in the feed store, and he says something about he heard a voice in his field, and they're like, he's hearing voices. And in the background, Patsy Cline's Crazy is playing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're laying it on a little thick here, movie. But yeah, he sounds insane.
Yeah, he does. And maybe he was the whole time. We don't really know.
Who knows? Sure. But he wasn't the only person who was seeing the baseball players when they showed up.
Yeah, but maybe they went crazy also.
Maybe his whole family was crazy.
Or maybe he killed them and their ghost, joining in his thing.
Oh my god.
This actually was a horror movie.
Oh no.
It's terrible. Mm-hmm. Because, the brother sees it later and he's come to collect his money, so probably killed him, and now he can see the ghosts. But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, Annie, his wife.
Yes.
We both pretty much thought this at the same time, that she is super supportive of him and everything he does. And wow, it was impressive because he sounds nuts.
Yeah, he does. And she's like, oh, you hear voices and they're telling you to do this thing? Sure. Sounds good to me. It's like, no, that's not something you should be encouraging.
You want to go to Boston when we're about to lose the farm? I had a dream, so I guess, it's enough for me.
Yeah, it was weird that they had a shared dream kind of thing, too.
Yeah.
There was a lot of weird stuff going on in this movie.
It was way more sci-fi than I remember. It doesn't even try to explain any of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like, yeah, this is happening. It's crazy. What's causing it? Who knows? Baseball, I guess.
I like that right after I put, she's very supportive, I put, meanwhile, the town is like, why? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, town is not supportive.
Mm-mm. So, let's see. Let me just look at my stuff. So one of my notes is that true about Shoeless Joe Jackson that he was not actually trying to throw the game?
That's a very debated thing these days. Like, since it happened, like, there's a lot of people that think he didn't, but he, you know, I mean, come on. He was in the group. He took the money. I mean, maybe he was just so good he wasn't able to throw the game. I don't know. I haven't done all the proper research. I'd say, you know, I like to believe that he didn't, and that he's, you know, a cool player I can not look up to, but, you know, be like, he was one of the good White Sox players of all time, because he was very good. But yeah, I mean, chances are he probably like, because I mean, Comiskey was such a jerk, man. Like, the guy that owned the team, he sucked. So they were probably looking for, you know, a little money on the side, whatever. They're not making crap for Comiskey. So there you go. Why not just throw the World Series? But to the Reds, come on. Reds suck.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Come at me, Reds fans. Hope nobody, because there's no Reds fan. Anyway.
All right. So Shoeless, he builds the field, of course. Shoeless Joe Jackson shows up first.
Like, after
nobody
a
shows
while.
up first.
Yeah.
No one shows up for a long time. I mean, it goes through
forever.
Like Christmas and everything.
Yeah.
He's just like staring out at the field and nobody's showing up. And he's like, maybe this was a mistake.
He built it in like the summer or the fall, late summer. And then, yeah, Christmas happens. It gets sunny again. And then finally shows like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And on like the last day when they're definitely going to sell the farm.
Yeah, so one night he just shows up and he goes out there and talks to him and everything. And he says something to him. He's like, did you ever hold a ball or a glove to your face? And I was like, what? And you're like, what? Oh, that's not weird.
It's not weird. You do it. You hold your glove to your face. You do it.
Okay.
The ball, I don't know that I ever had the ball to my face, really. But, you know, you got to sniff that glove. It's such a nice leathery smell.
Ugh, okay.
And it's kind of cool. It just feels nice. It's good. Gotta love the glove on the face.
I'll take your word for it, I guess. You and Shoeless Joe.
Yeah. I'm reincarnated Shoeless Joe.
But as soon as he said that, I was like, what? Excuse me? What are you talking about? Oh, maybe it's because I never played
universal
baseball,
thing.
So.
Yeah, that's it. I tell you, if we got you out there, first thing you'd do is hold that glove right to your face.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to
I did have
it.
a baseball glove, but I don't remember ever doing that, so.
Well, you did it wrong. And Shoeless Joe went out to go field some balls. Kevin was gonna, Ray, I guess was his name, was gonna hit some ball in that first one where he just totally miffs it. I wonder if that was on purpose or if he just like sucked at it that first time.
Oh man, I don't know.
That was
great.
very funny.
There was a lot more funny stuff in here than I expected.
Yeah, just a lot of little small things that, you know, just make you laugh.
So, they have a daughter named Karen.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, Karen is like, are you a ghost? I'm like, Karen, you can't just ask if people are ghosts.
I mean, why not? What are they going to do?
True.
They're ghosts.
But I mean, it never really just establishes if they are ghosts or what.
I mean,
I'm assuming they are.
They do fade away into the corn.
But I mean, they only fade away once they go to the corn.
Yeah.
Go through the corn. It's not like they just fade away while they're playing. It's like they have to go through the corn to fade.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So maybe it's some kind of portal.
And there's like one line that they can't cross.
Yeah, they can't. And I wondered what would have happened if he had like really expanded the dugout like way out there, you know? Like, how far could he have traveled if he'd have just built, like, a huge park?
Yeah, I don't know.
Could you build stuff on the park, like a little, like, apartment place so they could live there? You know, if you just make it big enough, you have a little apartment building in outfield or something. This is what I think about.
I have more questions about the can't cross the line part, but I'll talk about that once we get to once we get further into it, because
okay.
I have more questions.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ray's brother-in-law, because it's Annie's brother, Mark. Oh, Mark, what a jerk.
What? He's the worst.
Mark is the worst. Oh my god. So yeah, he shows up and he's like, you can't afford this farm anymore, so we need to sell it. And they're like, no, we don't want to. He's like, but you need to. And they're like, no, we don't want to. He's like, but you need to. And you find out that he can't see the people playing. And neither can his wife or
the grandmother.
The grandmother. Annie's mother. And they're like, she's like, don't make me feel stupid or whatever. It's like, okay, get out of here. Get off. It was
early gaslighting. Mm-hmm. Before we really had a name for it. Just gaslighting her.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, sorry, I'm trying to think what happens next. Oh yeah. He goes out. He hears. Sorry, somebody just cranked up their truck, and I'm like, what was that noise? It scared me. So he goes out again, and he hears the voice again. So, of course, the first time, everybody knows, the first time he hears the voice, it's like, if you build it, he will come. It's like, all right. The next one is like, ease his pain. And it's like, ease his pain? Excuse me? What are you talking about? It's like, and at that point, I'm like, I don't like this voice. This voice is weird.
It's so vague.
Yeah. It's like, who? Who's the pain? Who are you talking to? Or who are you talking about?
I do like with the first one that it went on so long that the ghost was finally like, okay, here, look, over here, you see this baseball field? This ghost looking thing, that's what I'm talking about. Build a baseball field right here. Oh, gosh, exactly. I'm so tired of this.
Exactly, because it goes on and goes on and goes on. And then finally it's like, okay, look, I'm just going to give you this vision of this baseball field right here.
Probably should have done this from the beginning. That's on me. Just build this.
And it's like, and here's a vision also of who's going to come. Here you go. Shoeless Joe. It's like, oh, okay. I get it now.
Got it.
Maybe you should have done that at the beginning, the very beginning. Their voice, but okay.
Yeah. Ray's not the fastest thinker.
I mean, well, what would you think if they said, if you build it, he will come? You wouldn't know what the voice was talking about.
I'd be like, there's ghosts. I need to get out of here.
Yeah, you'd be like, this farm may have been a bad idea. I think we're going to go.
I need to be on some kind of medication, probably.
Yeah, it's like, so I need to go to the doctor. I'm hearing voices.
Something's up.
There's something wrong.
I'm in a horror movie. I might kill my family. I don't know. I'm scared. So, yeah, I wouldn't think to automatically build anything.
No. It's like, if you build what? Who is he? Explain yourself. So yeah, he hears ease his pain, and he's like, I don't know who you're talking about, because I mean, Shoeless Joe seems to not be in pain. He seems fine.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
Don't know what's going on. All these other people have started playing. They all seem fine.
All the Black Sox showed up. Mm-hmm. Which is like a redeeming story for them, but they definitely were bad. Like, I don't know that they deserve this. Like, Shoeless Joe, okay, cool. He may not be guilty. The rest of them, I mean, they threw that game.
Yeah.
They may not deserve to be in this afterlife of heaven playing baseball, but, I don't know. I don't know them personally, so who knows? Shoeless Joe, he's in charge of that.
So he's trying to figure out who this person is that's in pain, who he's supposed to be easing. And they go to like a big PTA meeting or whatever where they're discussing banned books. And this woman, this lady. Oh my God.
This Karen.
Yeah, total Karen. So she wants to ban this book by Thomas Mann. And I can't remember what the name of the book was.
It was Terrence Mann.
Oh, Terrence. I don't know why I put Thomas. Because it was Terry. Yeah. Terrence Mann. I don't remember the name of the book, but...
Rockin' the Boat.
Okay. So I was sitting there, I'm like, is this a real book? I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm guessing it was not, because
I have no idea.
Assuming that Terrence Mann is not an actual person.
Terrence Mann's a basketball player. But other than that,
okay.
not that I know of.
So
this sounds plausible.
Okay.
I had to think about it. Like, is this a real guy?
So she's like, this should be banned. It's about it's about promiscuity and blah 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 and all this
Smut.
stuff. And he doesn't, he doesn't even write anymore.
If you're not writing, I'm not reading.
And so it's like, oh, okay. And so Annie pops up and she just makes this huge speech. She calls the girl some names too. I forget what she says.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, calm down, Annie.
A lot of fascists and Stalin talk.
Yeah, she's like, this is what happened with the Nazis.
Do you want to live under a Stalin regime?
Yeah.
Really, like, who would be, to where, like, no one can possibly raise their hand from
exactly.
one side.
She's like, who of you are communists? And everybody's like, I'm not raising my hand about that.
I mean, no, I don't, but, I mean, there's, okay,
she's like, all right, raise your hand if you believe in freedom. And everybody's like, I guess, yeah,
and
sure.
the Constitution. It's like, okay.
So she's like all fired up about it and everything. He's like, we need to go. Because he's like, I figured out who he is that whose pain I'm supposed to be easing. So he's like, all right, so it's Terrence Mann, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Like, that's who it is. That was real random, but
no doubt.
Okay, I'm glad he figured it out, I guess. So he decides that he's going to go to Boston and he's going to find Terrence Mann, and he's got to take him to
a baseball game.
At the stadium there.
Fenway Park.
Fenway Park, thank you. I'm like, what is it called?
Red Sox and A's are playing. Which, who wants to see that game?
Well, I guess Red Sox fans.
No, there's no Red Sox. Oh, that's not true.
At that point, there probably weren't. Because they're all like, we're cursed. So yeah, he goes to find Terrence, and he's just asking random people on the street where he lives because he doesn't know.
Yeah, that's so, like, I guess it's, before the internet and all that stuff, but you just went out there without knowing anything?
Anything at all, exactly. It's like, how did you even know, like, what neighborhood to go to?
If anybody comes up to me and asks me right now, where does some random person live? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. There's millions of people in this city. Why would I know that?
I mean, there's not millions of people in this city, but you still could ask me where somebody is and I still wouldn't know. I'd be like, no clue, sorry.
Well, luckily someone did know.
Yes, he does somehow end up finding him and goes to his apartment, knocks on the door, and he's like, no. I don't know you. Bye.
Yeah.
And so
he doesn't do a good job of, selling himself either, so.
No. So he knocks on the door again, and he does let him in, or open it briefly, and then he's like, oh, you're from the 60s, get out.
Yeah.
But he doesn't close the door all the way.
Right.
So Ray decides, all right, this is it. I gotta get into that baseball game. This is my chance. So he goes in there and he's got his finger in his pocket, his jacket pocket, pretending it's a gun. And I'm like, I didn't realize this was a comedy. Ridiculous.
I really enjoyed their interaction in his apartment. They were fun.
Yes.
Like when James Earl Jones just grabs his cane, he's like, I'm gonna beat you with this cane right now.
Oh man, it was great.
They were so good together. Mm-hmm. James Earl Jones was so good in this movie. He really was.
He was wonderful.
Yeah. I loved him.
So he does eventually get him to go to the game with him. Yeah. And it's like, it took so long for him to get around to even telling him why he was there. It's like, just say, I want to take you to a baseball game.
It's just one of those movie tropes of misunderstandings when it could be explained very quickly.
Exactly. So he's like, all right, fine. So they go to the game, And I liked also when he was like, what do you want? And he just like, Terry just starts talking about like all kinds of like.
People to fight for their own battles and stand up for whatever. What do you want?
For what they believe in and all this stuff. And he's like, no, what do you want? Because they're from the concession stand. It's like.
I mean, that's odd, Kevin Costner, in that part, because he's talking about other stuff, and that really wasn't very specific of...
Exactly.
What do you want?
It's like, what do you want to eat? What do you want to drink? You know, you can add more to that sentence that will clarify, but all right. Oh, man. So they get in there, the game's going on, and suddenly there's like this weird glitch on the... What's it called? The...
big screen. I don't know what they're called.
It's like a mega something.
Megatron.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah. Big screen.
Yeah. So there's something that pops up there and he hears the voice again and it's like, go the distance. And then I started singing the Hercules song because that's just how I am. That's you. Yeah. So he writes down whatever it says on the screen.
It gives details about Moonlight Graham.
Yes.
And he lives in, where does he live in?
I don't remember.
Minnesota or something. So yeah,
it was definitely Minnesota because the tag on the car had MINN on it. So
yeah,
it was Minnesota.
Like, that's what I got to do next.
So he's like, all right, well, I got to go. Well, actually, he doesn't. Does he know who it is at first?
I think we didn't get to see all the information he saw because he starts talking about how it was like for the Giants and he only got one at bat or something. It said all this stuff and I don't think we saw that part.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, anyway.
A little breakdown. Yeah,
so he goes to he's like, well, I guess I didn't need you anyway, talking to Terrence. He's like,
yeah.
Okay, cool. So he takes him back to his apartment and he drops him off and they're talking and everything. And he's like, well, I guess I'm going to go now. And then he starts driving away and Terrence like jumps in front of the car, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, he does a U-turn. He's just standing in the street.
Yeah. And so he finds out that Terrence heard it too or saw it too.
Yeah. I don't understand why he... Yeah, he did. I don't understand why he denied it at first.
Yeah, exactly. Because he asked him. He, like, point blank was like, did you see that? And he's like, see what? I didn't see anything. It's like, boy, you lying.
And what changed in between, like, him getting out and then doing the U-turn? He's like, okay, I did hear it.
I did hear it. I did see it. I'm going to go to Minnesota with you. I'm going to find him. So it's like, all right, cool. Road trip. So they go to Minnesota looking for Archibald Graham.
Yep.
They can't find him anywhere in the phone book. So they go to...
Ask a random local again.
Yeah, ask some random woman, and she's like...
I can't remember what it was. It was like a museum or a history thing or something.
I don't know.
City info place.
Something like that.
I don't remember.
And they're like, do you know Moonlight Graham? And she's like, nope. It's like Archibald Graham? No, not really.
Oh,
it's like,
Doc Graham.
You mean Doc Graham? And they're like, maybe? I don't know.
Sure.
I guess. And they're like, well, you know. He goes, we're not from the IRS or anything. Why would you even say that? That is the most suspicious thing you could say.
I swear, not a cop.
Exactly. I swear I'm not a narc. Okay, sure you're not. So
you can
she's
trust
like,
me.
So she's like, well, Doc Graham's dead, so sorry.
Yeah. Sucks to be you.
You came here for nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She told him all about him. And I really liked that woman. I thought...
Yeah.
She was just so charming. I don't know why. She was in it for like 5 seconds, but she seemed so nice.
Yeah. And she was talking about, like, how Archie's wife was, I forget what her name was, but she always wore blue and all this stuff. And he had, like, a bunch of blue hats for her and all this. It was really cute.
Yeah. And he did all this stuff for the kids and, you know, would help them out, all the poor kids, give them money and treats and stuff.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
Good guy. So, yeah, he stopped playing baseball and he went and got his doctor's degree or his doctorate. That's what it's
medical
called.
degree.
Medical degree. And yeah, so the rest of his life, he didn't play baseball again professionally. He just did his doctoring.
Yeah, he only got up to bat once, or he never got up to bat.
He never got up to bat. He only got to play for like 5 minutes or something, but he never got to actually bat.
Yeah, so, he didn't field anything, nothing. Yeah.
So they're like, okay, well, he's dead. This is great. Let's go sit in our hotel room and, sleep, and then we'll just leave, I guess.
Give up.
They get in there, and Terry finds out they find out that Terry has gone missing. Yeah. He's been reported as missing because his dad kept calling and couldn't get in touch with him. So he's like, oh, I guess I should call him. So he calls his dad, and Ray's like, well, I'll just give you your privacy. I'm just going to go for a walk. So he walks outside, and suddenly it's like 1972.
Yeah, and it's not explained how this happens.
No, it's just
this movie's so like, we're just going to do this crazy stuff and, get on board, or else it's not for you. We're not going to tell you what's happening.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, cool. Glad I just went through this like time portal somewhere. I don't know what happened. But yeah, the Godfather is playing, and it's like the best movie of the year. And he's like, what? That doesn't make sense.
This year.
So he sees a car, and he goes over to it, and he there's dust on the license plate.
Yeah.
He dusts it off, and he sees 1970, or he says he sees 72, and it's like, that's where it's like Minnesota, because it was like MINN.
Like, their tags are out.
It's like, wow, their tags are really expired. But then he sees a guy walking down the street, and he's like, oh, that's Doc Graham.
It's gotta be. He's got his umbrella that he always carried to beat off any attackers.
Yeah. So he goes over and he talks to him, and he asks him, he takes him into his office, into his doctor's office and everything, and they talk in there. And he's like, what was your one wish? Well, what, if you could do anything, what would it be? And he's like, I would want to wink at the
pitcher, get in his head.
Yeah. Before I bat.
Look into the sky, so blue, it makes your eyes hurt. Then hug that third base bag after you've gone sliding head first in there.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, sounds good. He's like, I can make that.
Smell a glove.
Yeah. He's like, I can make that. What would you say if I said I could make your wish come true? And he's like, I'm good, thanks. And he's like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, I'm good, fine. I'm fine.
That was a young man's dream.
Yep. So he's like, so I'm gonna go back home to my wife, and yep. So he's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll go back to my hotel.
And how would it have worked anyway? Would he have driven a ghost back to his place? Like, would they have gone through the portal again back to the regular time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There are so many questions I have about this movie.
A lot of questions.
It does not make sense. Oh my gosh.
You just have to accept it.
So he gets back to the hotel, and Terry is like, Annie called. So just wanted you to know that. So he calls her back, and she's like, yeah, I didn't tell you this earlier when we were on the phone, but Mark came by today, and
this guy.
We're going to have to sell the farm. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I'll be home soon. I just need to take Terrence back to Boston. And Terrence is like, no, I'm coming to Iowa with you. And he's like, all right, cool.
All the way with you.
So they get back in the car again, head to Iowa. They get home, the lights are on.
Well, they don't get home.
That's right.
They stop on the way because there is a hitchhiker. Mm-hmm. A little young guy named Archibald Graham.
Yep.
Who's looking to make it big in the baseball scene, get on a team that'll give him a side job to help pay for his lodgings and whatnot. And
yep.
Yeah. So there he is.
Ghost hitchhiker. I guess
they are going to transport a ghost back. Real weird. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know how he showed up there in the first place, but there he is. So yeah, they bring him back with them. He goes out there. He plays baseball with the teams that have shown up, because there are other teams that have shown up too now.
Mel Lott's there, some other guys, and I like that they really throw a dig at Ty Cobb, and they're like, none of us can stand Ty Cobb while we were alive. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. Ty Cobb sucks. That guy was a jerk, man.
I don't know anything about Ty Cobb, so I can't say one way or the other.
He would like purposefully try to hurt people, like slide in with his cleats to like jam them in people's legs and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a jerk move. So
yeah, he was good, but man, he sucked, and he might have been racist and a lot of stuff. Cool. So yeah, Ty Cobb, get out of here.
Ty Cobb, you're not invited. You can stay wherever you are.
That's right.
So he goes out and he plays with them and everything, and
this game brought up another question for me.
Okay, I was gonna say, and of course Terrence can see him because Terrence is cool.
Oh yeah. They have umpires at this game. Mm-hmm. Are the umpires ghosts that like just dreamed of being umpires one
forever.
more time? Maybe they didn't get their opportunity to be an umpire, so this is their heaven to get to come in and be umpires.
I don't know. I guess so.
I thought that was a strange thing that they had umpires.
I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot about this movie that makes no sense, yeah. But sure. So I guess it's like the next day. Yeah, it's got to be the next day. They're out there. They're watching them play. Archie gets to like go out there and wink at the batter. Not the batter, at the pitcher, and the pitcher's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hit this kid." Just throws it like right at him, and he's like, "Oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that." But he gets to like hit the ball and everything.
Yep, sack fly.
Mm-hmm. And so everybody's like real proud of him. And he's
Good
like,
job,
all right,
Archie.
nice. I got to do what I always wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And then freaking Mark shows up. Here comes Mark. He just walks right through the game too.
Yeah,
he can't see anybody still. So he just walks through, and they're all like, "What is this guy's deal?"
Which brings back even more questions. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
because if
he had gotten if he had gotten hit by this like ghost ball that they threw, would it have actually hit him or?
But weren't they real baseballs? Weren't they raised balls?
I think so.
Did the balls become ghosts?
I don't
when
know.
they played with them? I don't know what's going on.
Because, I mean, even if you couldn't see the ghosts out there, you would see the balls flying and the bats moving. Because I'm pretty sure the bats didn't come with them either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because he picks one up and plays with. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of questions.
Oh gosh. So anyway, he comes up and he's like, "Okay, you need to sell your farm." And they're like, "I don't think I really want to." He's like, "No, you need to sell your farm." And then James Earl Jones was like, "I'm going to make the best speech that I've ever made in my entire life."
First Karen was like saying he didn't need to, and then James Earl got up.
Because Karen's like, they'll come out here.
Yeah.
And then James Earl Jones was like, "Yeah, they will." So he makes this long speech, this impassioned speech, and I'm like, can I just have James Earl Jones talking to me forever? Because I'd be okay with that.
He's so good.
He's so great. So yeah, he gets up, he says everything, and then he's like, "I'm not signing the papers." And Mark's like, "Are you freaking kidding me right now? Dude, you're gonna lose this farm. You're not gonna get anything from it." But he's like, and of course Karen says something. He picks up the kid.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
And like basically shakes her, and they're like, "What are you doing? Put my kid down."
Put the kid down.
And it looks like he throws her, kind of, but I don't think he does.
Yeah, he kind of like, it kind of fell over, like, or let her go. She fell backwards over the back of the stands.
She falls backwards over like the bleachers, the stands, whatever, and falls on the ground, and everybody's like, "Oh, no." This is not good. So they all like freak out. They run over there. Yeah. She's like just not breathing or anything. Mm-hmm. Her lips actually kind of looked blue at that point.
Yeah, she got a little blue.
This is not good. So they're like, "Okay, let's call the doctor." And then he's like, "Wait." Ray's like, "Wait." Because he sees Doc Graham out there. Who has not had his doctor's degree yet, but whatever. And so he's like, "Let's wait and let my kid die while this guy realizes he should be a doctor."
Kid makes a choice of his future.
So yeah, he makes the choice. He gets to the edge the line that they have that none of the ghosts can cross, and he crosses it. And as he crosses it, he turns into the old Doc Graham, who's played by Burt Lancaster, by the way.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So he goes over and he saves her, and she had like choked on a hot dog.
Yep. Got that hot dog out. And but they waited a very long time to get
it was like
for it. Didn't even like start compressions or anything, or look in her mouth to see if she was choking.
Exactly, and she's just laying there, and it's like if she doesn't get air soon, she's gonna start having brain damage. Can you do something?
Ray needs some CPR lessons.
Yeah. So anyway, he saves her life, and then he stands up and everything, and Ray realizes what he's done.
Yeah. You can't go back.
He's like, you can't go back. So he can never go back and play with other ghosts. I don't understand.
He became he was an old guy, became a young guy, ghost form, started playing. Now he's an old guy again. Line. It's weird.
My question is, he crosses that line.
Yeah.
He was dead already.
Uh-huh.
And when he crosses that line, he turns into like 1972 version of him.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Because the story needed him to.
Why would he not have just like disappeared? Because he's dead.
Because that's what he wouldn't have been able to save the kid if he would just turned into dust.
I know, but this is the question. These are the questions I have.
Yes,
what if Julius Joe Jackson had walked across? Would he have turned into like a
I don't know
later version of himself?
There are no answers. This movie does not care about us.
It doesn't. And
saying this happened. I'm sorry you don't understand it. This happened. This is real life.
I don't know. And does it only happen to him because he didn't start out at the field?
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Basically, as soon as he walks onto that field, because, they picked him up on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
If he had never gone onto that field, could he have just been a ghost young himself forever?
It's very possible.
But then he walks across, and then he can't walk across that line again. Or he becomes old version of himself, and then has to walk into the field. My mind
it doesn't make any sense. It's so one of those things you can't think too hard about, or you won't get anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, also, who was the voice?
That's a good question, because
talked about that
at the end. Like Ray's like yelled to Shoeless Joe. He's like, "It was you. You told me," or whatever. It's like, "No, Ray, it was you." Was it? Who was it? Was it like a future Ray that's like in the corn somewhere? He one day he's gonna walk into the corn and die, or whatever happens when you walk into the corn.
And then
he was like, I gotta
talk to his younger self.
Some real Marvel multiverse stuff, or Kang timelines here. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, so yeah, he can't play anymore, and he's like, it's okay. He did get to have his wish, so,
He did, kind of, part of it at least.
So he can be happy, I guess. And so he leaves, and of course Mark is like, where did all these players come from?
Yeah, he finally
can see the ghosts now. And then he's like, you cannot sell this farm. Because he realizes what's going on. He's like, okay, now I believe you. I'm not going to be
like, oh my gosh, we got to get out of here. There are ghosts.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to be a jerk anymore. And I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to be supportive just like my sister is.
Yeah, very supportive family, except that grandma.
That grandma was mean. Anyway, so yeah, they decide to keep it.
Mm-hmm. And Shoeless Joe's walking away. They finished up their game. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, you wanna come with us?
Yeah. And Ray's like, really? I can't.
Me? I can?
He's like, no, not you.
No, James Earl Jones. Which I don't know why James gets to go.
Right?
Why he's suddenly invited to go.
This raises more questions.
And then he decides to go. He's like, I'm going to be able to write a book about this. Are you? Are you sure you're not going to be stuck in hell or something?
I'm pretty sure you're dead if you walk through there and join them.
Yes. We don't know what happens. This is... I mean, what was he doing anyway, I guess? He's like, whatever, fine. I can either go back to my apartment and do nothing, hate everybody, or walk through this corn and see where these ghosts go.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to be able to write a book about it. There's such a thing as a ghost writer, but that's not what it means.
Maybe he can write it in the corn, bring it out, hand it to Ray. He's like, hey, get this published for me. Thank you.
I guess so.
And then head out back into the corn.
This movie is just.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, Ray's pretty upset about that. Ray's upset that he's not getting anything out. He's like, I want to go into the corn and possibly die. I don't care about my family. I care about baseball. Mm-hmm. And Joe's like, bro, this ain't for you, okay? But here's something for you. Look over there at our catcher.
Yeah.
Wink. It look familiar. And it's his papa.
It's his dad.
Who apparently had tried to play baseball at one point, but wasn't very good or something. Or I can't remember exactly the story.
Yeah, I don't either.
Didn't work out. He got married, had a kid. You know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the catcher. And then he got to have a catch with his dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is funny. He got to, like, introduce him to his wife and his daughter and everything. And he's like, this is John. Because he almost says, this is my dad. He says, this is John. And then, you know, he keeps calling him John and everything. And the other guy, his dad keeps calling him Ray, you know. And then as he's about to leave, he's like, Dad. And it's like, does John realize he's his dad?
He turned around.
He did. And it's like, well, why didn't you acknowledge that earlier?
It's like, you can call me Dad. I mean, I don't know why you're calling me John.
Right?
It's kind of disrespectful, son. I mean, call me Dad.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
it's fine.
it's fine.
But they start playing catch, and his wife turns on the lights, and then you can see all these people driving in.
All the car lights.
All these car lights just all down the road, just ready to come. Even though, who told them?
Well, he said that was the whole thing with James Earl Jones' story, is that they'll wake up not knowing why. They just need to come here, drive into the thing. They'll pay $20, and they'll have assigned seats and everything, and they get to live there, remember the old times, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, they've only got those one small stands right now.
Yeah, it was a lot of cars for how small those stands were.
Yeah, not everybody's going to be able to fit in there.
Yeah, maybe they'll bring their own seats. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah.
BYOC, bring your own chair.
If, since it is like a thing still, they have the park and everything you can go visit. If they don't charge just $20, then I think it should be shut down. Yeah. Because, I mean, how dare they? Because
that's what he says, $20.
It is. It's set.
If it's more or less than that, then no. Sorry.
They should be sued. Man,
go ahead.
Those uniforms that they were wearing in that, they wore them at the game that was on a week or two ago, and I love those uniforms. I want those uniforms all the time. Yeah. What were you saying?
I was going to say, and we found out that Iowa is actually heaven.
Yeah. Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa.
Is this
twice?
Heaven? Are you an angel?
I thought that so many times when she asked me as a ghost, but I knew if I said it, you'd be like, oh. So
are you an angel?
Just gonna keep that one to myself.
I probably would have groaned and been like, yeah, I thought the same thing. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, maybe for some people it is. That's great. I don't know.
Never been to Iowa, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's great. But yeah, that's Field of Dreams, and I enjoyed it too. But like I said, I wasn't like, man, I love this movie. Yeah, it's a movie now. It was like, okay, that was nice.
Strange movie.
Very strange.
But I did enjoy it, so.
I don't really need to like watch it again anytime soon, but
no.
I wouldn't be mad if it was just like on during the day.
Yeah. Like, I would watch it if it was just on.
Yeah.
And we had to watch it through Peacock.
We did, which we got ads like we were in the, like it was 1989.
Yeah, it was very annoying, but, we did it, so.
We did. Good for us.
I didn't realize that they had, like, a lot of free stuff on Peacock, but.
They do.
As long as you don't mind watching ads,
Yeah. I mean, it's
you can watch it too.
Hulu. So this has been our ad for Peacock.
Yeah, I was about to say not sponsored.
Can't wait to get that sponsorship money.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not. But that's all right. I mean, it's not, but whatever. So any other thoughts about the movie? So it was crazy?
I don't think so. I don't have any more notes. I think we went through everything, so.
Neither. I think we covered it pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if it's my favorite baseball movie.
Oh, I know it's not my favorite baseball movie. I mean,
of course there's League of Their Own, which is a great one.
Yes, very great.
I feel like I like 8 Men Out.
I've never even heard of that, so.
One. It was about the Black Sox scandal.
I kind of assumed since you talked about it earlier when you were talking about the Black Sox.
Yeah. Has old John Cusack.
Oh, okay.
And maybe one of the Fiennes brothers. I can't remember. But yeah, it was good. So, since we were watching the ball game, we needed a snack to enjoy while watching the ball game. So, first food item we saw referenced in this movie, of course.
Which we had already chosen what our snack was going to be, but it just happened.
Just happened.
Just looked on screen, and there you go. There was a Cracker Jack baseball card. Wasn't it a baseball card?
Yeah, it was.
For like Babe Ruth or something? So,
I don't remember. Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't Babe Ruth.
So that's what we got is some Cracker Jacks. And I opened mine yesterday because I got home, got a big bag of them since, I guess they don't. I don't know if they even have small bags anymore. I don't even know.
Well, they still have, like, the boxes that they used to have.
Do they? I didn't see those.
Yeah. I didn't see any, but I've seen them, like, online where you can, like, order the boxes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a bag also.
Got plenty of them here. You have a history of Cracker Jacks at all?
I mean, I know I've eaten them in the past.
Yeah.
But that's,
My mom used to make... what she called fiddle faddle, which I don't know if that's like a name, like a definite name. I don't know. I can't even think of what I'm trying to say.
I've heard of fiddle faddle before.
Yeah. Okay.
You can buy fiddle faddle.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's like I feel like she makes this huge batch of like caramel corn, and it's really good. She makes like a ton, gives it away and stuff, and so we just have fiddle faddle for a while. And so coming into this is like, I mean, it's got a lot to live up to if it's going to beat that. So, yeah. And I've had Cracker Jacks as, a kid. Yeah. And it's fine. I feel like it's actually better now, honestly.
I actually liked it better than I remember liking it as a kid, because I didn't... Okay, so as you probably know, Cracker Jack it's caramel corn, and I'm guessing there's caramel covering the peanuts. Yeah. So it's like caramel covered popcorn and peanuts. Yeah. And I've never liked the peanuts in it.
Really? Because when I was a kid, I liked the peanuts, didn't like the popcorn.
See, I've always liked caramel corn, so you give me a box that has caramel corn in it, I'm going to be like all up on it. But I don't know, the peanuts, they always just tasted weird to me.
Yeah,
they were just not good to me.
They leave the skins on them, yes. and that's kind of bitter skin, and yes. I think it cooks weird.
Yeah, I'm not a big peanut skin kind of person. Which I'm not a big roasted peanuts kind of person anyway. I mean, they're fine. I love some
roasted peanuts.
They're fine, but I like boiled peanuts, so...
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I used to just eat the caramel corn basically, and once I got to the peanuts, I'd be like, not interested.
Yeah, well, then these bags are just for you because
exactly
these bags, the peanuts go straight to the bottom. If you want peanuts, good luck.
Good luck finding them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like. Yeah, I poured them out on a plate just now so that I could have some peanuts. And then I'll have to do some with them afterwards. But yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to get to any peanuts. I ate like half of the bag of caramel corn before I even found a peanut. And it was all the way at the bottom. I had to like scrounge around for it.
You have to like dig for it. Mm-hmm. So not the best packaging situation there.
But I mean, they do have a little thing on the back that says, peanuts may have settled during shipping or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't make it a good thing.
No, and I imagine
we recognize that it's not great.
I imagine even if you sat there and you like shook up the bag, the peanuts would still go to the bottom.
I did. Yeah, I shook up the bag and I got no peanuts.
It's just what peanuts do.
Yeah, it's just a bad setup.
Yeah, it is.
And they're not resealable. No. So like if you don't eat it all the first day, it's going stale. Like,
it wasn't that bad when I ate some today.
I had some pretty stale bits in there.
But I actually got to some peanuts today, so
yeah, I'm gonna try a few peanuts.
And they weren't that bad. They weren't as bad as I remembered. Maybe I got like a rotten peanut in there or something once, and it just ruined the experience. Because that can ruin an experience with peanuts very quickly. So maybe that's what happened, but they were all right. Now I do like honey roasted peanuts, so I guess I like sweet peanuts.
Yeah.
Which would make sense why they would be okay, because they're caramel flavored or covered.
Yeah. I'm really digging the popcorn on this.
It's really good.
I really think they did something different.
I don't know.
Or maybe my tastes have changed.
I love caramel corn anyway, so I was very happy with this snack.
It took me a while to find it. I went by like the 99-cent store and then Walmart, and I missed it like the first time I saw it. But I tell you, if you'd prefer Crunch and Munch, boy, you're in luck.
Yeah,
it is so in stock.
Yeah, because I went to like the Dollar Tree or something like that, and it was like all Crunch and Munch, and I'm like, that's not what I want.
Yeah,
and that's all they have.
Yeah, I can't tell if they're like not selling any Crunch and Munch or if someone is like on site at every store just to replenish Crunch and Munch.
Yeah,
that's how much Crunch and Munch is at this place.
But yeah, I went to the Dollar Tree and then I went to like Target and didn't see it, and I was about to head up to Walmart and I was like, I bet there's this store called Five Below. I was like, I bet that they have it. Mm-hmm. And I checked online. I checked their website, and it said that they did. So I was like, all right, well, we're gonna try it. And they did. They had it. I found it.
Yeah,
I was very excited.
And you sent that to me, and I was like, okay, I'll go by Five Below. But they were like in a mall, and I was like, I don't want to go through a mall. So I didn't. But the real attraction of Cracker Jacks, of course, is the prize inside.
Oh, I left my prize in the other room.
Oh boy. Okay.
I guess I'm gonna have to go get it. So
okay.
I'll be right back. All right. I've got my prize.
Okay. So yeah, it's a kind of a pain to open up.
Okay. It says lift and peel, and I'm like, great. Love that.
Yeah. Gotta kind of like grab those little things sticking out.
It's a good thing that I have.
Helps a little.
It's a good thing that I have fingernails.
All right. That'll help. So this is, I mean, the prizes in here have never been good. Let's be honest. I've never gotten a prize from a Cracker Jack box and been like, oh, this is great.
This is the best thing I've ever gotten. No.
Thanks, Cracker Jack. I wonder if they were good back in the day, like when they first started.
I don't know.
Because they've always just been like tattoos or, I don't know, stickers.
Yeah.
Jokes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, which mine is a sticker.
Mine is a sticker also.
What is your sticker of?
It is very bright for this podcast because it is a baseball.
Oh, cute. I have a dog.
Ah.
It's a cute little puppy dog.
So
I don't like stickers, by the way.
Do you not? Okay.
I do not. I don't get stickers. I don't understand the appeal.
I mean, I can see that. I've never been excited about stickers really. But you're supposed to find it inside and then go to their website, follow the directions, and you can start playing a game. Mm-hmm. A classic video game.
Let's see what happens when we go there.
Wonder what it is.
I'm going there right now.
crackerjack.com.
Oh, you must be 13 or older to play.
Oh, well. That's a shame.
You have to put your birthday.
Gotta enter info?
Oh my gosh.
They're serious about this.
Right?
There's some adult games on there, apparently.
Find the sticker inside and solve the riddle. Oh, no.
Oh, there's a riddle? Oh, man.
Click the sticker to unlock a game. All right. Which pick is on your sticker? Oh, it's that one. I see your baseball.
Oh.
Okay.
Grab.
Minus the little dog on there, of course.
Okay. Paste. Now pick the pick that completes this word or phrase. Baseball. Oh, that was a tough one.
What was yours?
Baseball bat.
Oh, mine is Watchdog.
Ew, no, I don't want to download stuff to my phone. Oh, I guess it won't play if I don't. Okay, well, it's just not working.
I haven't even clicked one because I'm like, I don't want to play any of these.
Yeah, they don't look like great games.
I mean, okay, so there's like what I have. I don't know what you have. One of them is like a downhill skiing game. Mm-hmm. I've played a downhill skiing game before.
Yeah, like on the old PC.
It was like that stupid one that you would play it, and no matter, you never could like get to the end of it.
Yeah, because that monster would eat you.
Because that monster would eat you every time.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Go away, Yeti. Sucks. Go away. Then I've got a bingo one. I've got one that's like a Space Invaders kind of thing, and then Minesweeper.
Yeah.
Is that what you have?
Yeah, I think so. I put it up because I clicked on the ski one, but it didn't load because it was like, you want to download index.html. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
I closed that. So I was like, mm-mm.
Yeah. So
no, I don't
want
to download that. Yeah, so I won't.
And maybe it's because I was on my phone, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, at least the snack's good.
At least I have a sticker of a dog that I can just go, oh yay, a sticker.
Can't wait to throw this away.
Right.
I stuck it on my belly and then I took it off and now it's not sticky anymore.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, what would you rate Cracker Jacks? The whole experience. Because it's an experience.
So, we're talking about with the prize and everything? Because that prize is going to knock it down a bit.
The prize,
prize is crappy.
Yeah.
No.
And it's never been good.
No, it's never been good. I mean, because the caramel corn is really good.
It is.
And I could eat that as a snack, like, all the time.
Yeah.
Except that I get the kernels stuck in my teeth, and then when I'm trying to talk, suddenly one of them shoots out, and I'm like, oh, that's embarrassing. Let's see. I think I'll give it, altogether, including the prize, a 7.
Okay. That's not bad.
Because I don't really like the peanuts that much either. They're fine, but...
Yeah.
It would have been an 8, except this prize. Yeah.
You know, I would never get Cracker Jacks at a baseball game. Like, if I was getting stuff, I'd get a hot dog. I'd get peanuts, maybe. My go-to snack is a hot dog at a game.
Mm-hmm. Be careful, you might choke on it.
I might.
And then and you're going to have a ghost doctor come help you.
I mean, I'd be the one pushing people off of the bleachers, because that's what marks do. But, I think I'm going to go with a 7 also.
Oh, nice.
I agree. I was pleasantly surprised. And I don't hate the game. They're trying to get into the new world. The kids don't care. They want their video games.
Yeah.
And their Nintendos. So
don't make people have to download something, because...
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Not great there.
No.
Cracker Jack. But, yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, pleasantly surprised. Mm-hmm. Well, that is all. And so, what is your favorite sporting event, snack, or beverage?
What do you get as a snack at a baseball game?
What you getting? I also like those nachos with like the really cruddy cheese that like, is so bad, but it's great.
And the nachos are like really, really salty.
Oh. And I like them with some jalapenos on there, those pickled ones. And yeah. Anyway.
I have to agree. Those are good.
Those are good. Let us know at Having Funcast.
On Twitter.
On Twitter. And on Facebook, it's Having Fun Pod. Mm-hmm. And our email is havingfunpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And yeah, let us know. We'll say hi. And that's it for this week, though.
Mm-hmm.
So go have fun, and we'll see you back here in a week or so.
Hopefully a week.
Hopefully. No promises. Bye.
Bye.